Hello everyone and welcome to the Hot Chocolate Souffle test. In a moment we will see my ingredients and equipment for this test. So hopefully you will find it useful. Please enjoy. Here I got my butter, my sprinkled chocolate, my souffle dishes, my ingredients for the creme patissiere, for the egg whites, and also for my ganache ingredients. Saucepan, a couple of bowls. Earlier on you could see my hand electric whisk. Okay, here I'm just going to brush my souffle dishes with softened butter. At the moment I'm using two souffle dishes. Later on you will see I've actually added a third dish as this mix is for 3 to 4 dishes. In a moment I will now sprinkle each dish with the grated chocolate and tidy up the rim of the souffle dishes. Once this has been complete, these dishes will then go into the fridge to chill. I will chill them for about 5 minutes as in the recipe instructions. Of course, I suppose you can leave it for a bit longer if you so desire. Just remember to take them out just to warm through a bit. Okay, here I'm now going to create my creme patissiere. I'm mixing my flour, sugar, and corn flour together, all the dry ingredients together into one bowl. I'm just going to use a small palette knife just to remove the excess corn flour to make sure I have all the ingredients, that we do not lose any mass throughout the production process. Okay, now I'm adding my eggs, my egg yolk and a whole egg, using a spatula just to make sure I have all of it in the bowl. Once again, we don't want to lose any mass. Giving a little bit of a mix. And now I'm just going to use a wooden spoon, first of all, to incorporate flour, sugar and corn flour mix to create my smooth paste. I also then use a whisk to fully incorporate the mixture, as I decide not to use a wooden spoon afterwards. I am just using the wooden spoon, and now I'm going to now use a whisk, as it will give me better control and incorporate the ingredients fully. Here now I'm just adding more of the dry ingredients, slowly incorporating them into the mixture. Now I just added all of it, and now we'll give it a good whisk. Just demonstrating that it's all incorporated. Okay, now I'm putting the saucepan onto the heat. I'm going to pour my milk and cream into the pan. Once again using my small spatula to remove any excess from the bowls. Once again, not to lose too much mass. Now I'm just waiting for the pan to come to the boil, but I don't want it to overboil, as the fat will then separate, ruining the mixture once I add hot chocolate to it. Should be almost there now. Just have to keep an eye on it, make sure it does not overboil. Okay, here now I'm about to add my chocolate, my 70% dark chocolate, as well as my cocoa powder. And now I'm just going to give that a very good mix, incorporate the mixture, forming into a hot chocolate paste. Here you can see the finished hot chocolate mixture. Now I will add this chocolate mixture to the flour and egg mixture and whisking constantly. I'm adding it gradually and whisking continuously. You have to be careful to ensure that the mixture does not become scrambled eggs at this point. It's nice and thick now. The pan I used earlier is now being cleaned, and now add this mixture back to the heat. And I'm going to cook it over medium heat for approximately 5 minutes to a smooth, thick paste. Sorry. I'm using my spatula now to remove all of the mixture from the bowl and into the pan, so we do not lose any mass, so the end product there will basically be enough mixture. Now I'm using a whisk to incorporate it all, whisking continuously, making sure it does not split or scramble. Once this is complete, I'll remove from the heat and allow it to cool. Here is just a quick photo of me actually straining or strained my paste earlier to ensure there are no lumps. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm about to create the ganache. Once again, I'm slowly warming the cream in a pan. First of all, I'm just adding it to the saucepan before putting it onto the heat. And now I'm just going to stir it gently. And I need to ensure it does not boil. If it boils, then what will happen is that fats will split and the ganache will also split and become oily. And you have to start the process again. So now I'm just mixing it, keeping an eye on it. I'm getting my ingredients ready for the ganache. I've also sieved my cocoa powder to ensure there aren't any lumps in the final mixture. Of course, you can strain it as well if you wish. As long as you're continually mixing it, there should be no lumps. I'm just making sure it's hot enough, watching it carefully. It's almost there now. Okay, it's ready. I've removed it from the heat and placed it on the heat-resistant board. Now adding my hot chocolate, giving a good mix, incorporating it all. ensuring that it does not split. As long as the cream is not too hot, it won't split. It must be noted for the creme patissiere mixture, which you can see in the background there. I have the whisk present because periodically I'm continuing to whisk it to ensure it does not, skin does not form. Here's a finished ganache. I'm now incorporating the cocoa powder, adding a bit at a time, and giving it once again a very good mix. Okay, it's been incorporated, all the mixture. Now I'm just transferring it to a bowl. Okay, now onto the egg whites. Just adding my egg whites to my bowl. Now I'm just using the electric hand whisk. You could do it manually, but it would take an awful long time. So I decided to go for the electric hand whisk to make things easier. I'm whisking the egg whites now to soft peaks, and during this process, you'll see now I'm adding my sugar a bit at a time to form soft, firm peaks. These egg whites will give volume, as it were, to the souffles. Here you can see the finished result. Here, I'm now going to incorporate my creme pâtissière and ganache into a large bowl for the final stage. I'm now just giving the mixture a little bit of a stir with my spatula. Hopefully you can see that. And now, in a moment, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of my egg white to the mixture. This is so to loosen the mixture to make it easier to incorporate the rest of the egg whites in a moment. Now I'm adding about a third of my egg whites to the mixture, and then I'm going to carefully fold the egg whites in. It's very important to carefully fold them in because you do not want to lose any air. You don't want to lose volume in the souffles. You want to make sure they rise in the oven. So I'm just carefully incorporating them into the mixture. And in a moment, I will add the rest of the egg whites. Adding all the egg whites for the final mixing. Once again, carefully folding the egg whites into the chocolate mixture. Once again, not to lose any air and undo the work previously when whisking the egg whites. Just ensure you scrape the sides of the bowl so you have all the mixture incorporated. Here's a quick picture of the mixture and the souffle dishes, as always, do remember to scrape the sides of the bowl. Here I'm now going to fill my souffle dishes. At the moment, I'm just filling them halfway up and then slightly with a small spoon, just ever so gently flattening the mixture down to make sure it fills any gaps at the bottom of the dish. And then I will add the rest of the mixture, filling the souffle dishes to the top. Then using a small palette knife, just smooth over the surface and clean the sides of the dishes as well as the rim of the souffle dishes to ensure a good even rise for the souffles and to ensure the sides do not burn with any excess mixture on the dishes, which of course would ruin the presentation later. Okay, here we are. The dishes have been filled. My camera did die at this point, so I'm just using another camera at the moment. Here I'm just uh, wiping my dishes with a bit of a damp tea towel, sorry, damp paper cloth, as well as the rims of the dishes as well. Then, once this has been complete, these dishes will go into a preheated oven. It must be noted you must always preheat your oven, and it's been preheated to 170 degrees C. This is a fan oven. If you're using another oven, one that's not a fan oven, then possibly 200 degrees Celsius should be the ideal temperature. These souffles will go into the oven for about 15 minutes. It must be noted though that they actually took a bit longer to cook, longer than 15 minutes. Just saying this now because the oven itself, the fan wasn't working as efficiently as it could have done. I think there might be a slight problem there, but or the solution was just to keep them in for longer and to keep an eye on them during the cooking process. I have my presentation plates ready and I've taken the souffles out. They've risen reasonably well. The one on the extreme left is the most promising. It's risen very well. Could be due to heat distribution in the oven or by the precision on the tray. You'll see a better photos of these in a moment. Okay, now I'm just going to carefully place the souffle dish onto my plate, onto the serving plate, carefully with a cloth. With souffles, hot souffle in particular, you must serve them as quickly as possible, as they do deflate. Now I'm just using some icing sugar just to go over the top. You can sprinkle some chocolate on top as well, if you so wish. And I have a little jug of cream on the side as well for service. Here's a photo of the soufflés, fresh out the oven. As you can see, the one on the left has risen reasonably well, the others okay, with a slight jiggle to them, but a smooth set surface. The texture of the souffle is a mixture between a chocolate cake and a mousse. Tasting it now, it's hot, it's cooked through, adding a little bit of cream in the center. There'll be a series of photos after this clip, just so you can have a clearer picture of the texture. And here are some finishing photos. This is the first time making a souffle. There are, of course, aspects one can always improve upon. There's some better photos of the texture. I hope this helps. This certainly has helped me learn more about how to make a souffle. So please, if you do like what you see, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Any helpful comments or pointers are always welcome. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.